I always notice this moment first, before the tent is up, before the camp feels real. Everything is still packed, unfinished, quiet. And I actually like this part the most, because nothing is expected from me yet. Setting up a tent isn't impressive. There is no shortcut, no trick that makes it faster or easier. Lay down, check the ground, adjust the corners, fix what doesn't look right. If you rush this part, you pay for it later. Cold spots, uneven floor, bad sleep. So I slow down. In normal life, everything pushes you forward. Deadlines, messages, plans stacked on top of plans. Out here, none of that matters. The tent doesn't care who I am. It doesn't care how busy I've been. It only reacts to what I do right now. I feel my breathing changed while I walk. So stop racing ahead. There is something grounding about building a small space with your own hands. It's not comfort yet, it's not rest yet, it's commitment. Putting the tent up is like telling yourself, I choose this place, I'm not passing through, I am staying. And when the shape finally holds, the place feels different, not because the forest changed, but because I did. I sit down and let everything catch up. My body arrives first. My mind takes a little longer. In the city, silence feels uncomfortable. Here, it feels natural. I don't think about tomorrow. I don't replay yesterday. I just sit and let the lake do its thing. Cooking out here feels completely different than cooking at home. At home, it's like a task. You rush it, you multitask, you eat while thinking about something else. But by the lake, the whole process slows down in a good way. First, I set everything up like it actually matters. Where the wind comes from, where the stove sits, where I can put the plate without it tipping over. Little things, but they decide whether this is relaxing or annoying. And then the food starts to tell you what to do. The pan heats up, you hear it before you see it. That first sizzle, that sound is basically the start of the evening. I'm doing meat first and waffles later as dessert. And I know it sounds funny, like why waffles out here? But that's kind of the point. Camping food doesn't have to be just survival. It can be a small celebration. When you cook outside, you can't hide behind convenience. If you lose focus, you burn it. If you rush, it tastes rushed. So you end up being present, not because you are trying to be mindful, but because the process forces it. And I like that. I watch the texture change, I watch the color, I listen for the right momentum to flip. No music, no noise, just the lake and the pen. This is the part where my brain finally stops arguing with itself. It gets quiet, like it has nothing left to prove. And honestly, that's why I come here. Not for some dramatic adventure, just to do one simple scene at a time and actually feel it. This is usually the moment when I stop moving and just eat. No standing, no checking something in between bites. The food is still hot, the lake is right in front of me, and for once there is nowhere else I need to be. I notice how different this feels from eating at home. There it's often rushed, here it's almost ceremonial. I choose slower, not intentionally, it just happens. And I realize I'm full before I finish everything, which almost never happens in normal life. Dessert outside feels unnecessary, and that's exactly why it works. Waffles, cherries, sweetness, not because I need it, but because I want to enjoy the moment a bit longer. It's not about calories or balance out here, it's about mood, and right now the mood is calm. This is one of those moments where I don't want to talk too much. Eating slowly by the water feels almost meditative. I can hear myself chew, I can hear the lake behind it. No background music, no commentary, just simple pleasure, and honestly, this kind of silence feels better than most conversations. This part always feels like closing a chapter. Inflating the sleeping pad isn't hard, but it signals something important. The active part of the day is done. From now on, everything slows down. I check the space one more time, make sure nothing is forgotten, nothing left outside. It's not about perfection, it's about comfort. Hey friend, take a look, I have soju, so me, you, huh? I wanna invite you to this little ceremony. Out here, alcohol feels different. It's not about distraction or escape, it's about warmth. A slow sip, cold air, quiet surroundings. I don't feel the need to drink more. One is enough. The lake doesn't judge, the night doesn't care, and that's what makes it relaxing. There is no expectation to turn this into something bigger, no story to exaggerate, just a calm end to full a day. I was supposed to go to a Lady Gaga concert. The whole trip was around $4,000. At some point I realized I burned the excitement in my head. So I stopped and chose to save it for another journey. After that thought, everything feels lighter. I move slower but calmer. No pressure to prove anything, just small, quiet actions preparing the tent for the night. It feels good to end the day without rushing it. Morning comes quietly out here. No alarms, no sudden noise, just light, cold air, and a new day starting on its own terms. Mornings feel different in nature. My body wakes up before my thoughts do. I move slowly, without any plan, no rush, no mental checklist, just simple actions, one after another. And that simplicity feels surprisingly refreshing. Hot tea in cold air always works. It warms your hand first, then your head. A small ritual that gently brings you back into the day. I like moments like this. No big thoughts, no decisions, just doing something simple and let it be enough. This is my kind of luxury now. Not expensive trips or packed schedules, just time, space, and slow mornings. Sweet breakfast, white water, nothing demanding attention. I didn't go to the concert, and that's okay. That's completely okay. Some experiences are loud, others are calm. Right now, calm fits me better. Thank you, my friend, for staying with me. Hope to see you in the next video.